No. Say it ain't so. It didn't kill itself, did it? Oh, it says the connect thing stopped working. Hey, everybody. Looks like we're streaming. We're streaming. I have no idea what that song actually says. What song is that?
I don't think I know the words to that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't hear the words.
Does it ring a bell though? You know which one I'm talking about, right? Yeah,
oh wait, actually I did. That's actually a song about Philadelphia.
Is it Motorhead? Motorhead.
No, I thought it was
your
that one.
price for eggs? I'm not. I keep saying.
I thought you were singing the chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
I what is this that you're speaking of?
What is that song?
It's called Chocolate. Chocolate. Are you referring to?
I looked at the lyrics and I had no idea what that song was about. Philadelphia and like something patriotic.
Philadelphia. Oh hey, hello Amor Pizza. Yeah, we had some formatting issues. We were switching some stuff up. As you guys know, Other Matt is off chasing the sun and moon, to be a touch poetic.
Stars?
Well, no, he's really hoping none of those get in the way. Wouldn't it be sad? The sun's trying to go behind the moon and a star gets in the way.
Yeah, because people draw it like that.
People do. So we're doing something else tonight. Disembodied voice of Joe seems to have been disembodied again. It's there, you just can't see it, but you can hear it. Popping up that connection again. So we're going to be doing, for the next couple of weeks, for tonight and the next couple of weeks, I'm going to see how this goes. We're going to be doing The Bright Side. Because after this weekend, I had so many things I wanted to talk about. And then come Tuesday, I just was like, I have zero desire to talk about any of this stuff anymore. I am just so drained from all of the, to overuse the word, vitriol. Like
Good
literally, word. I went on my Facebook to post this link, and all I saw was crap from last weekend. Just tons of it. And I'm like, I need something else right now. I need something else. So we're going to be talking about some fun things tonight, some good things, some positive things. We are going to resist the power of the dark side and join the bright side. That's how that works, right?
Yes.
In the Force?
The bright side of the Force.
Join me on the bright side.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's optimism that pulls that lightsaber to his hand. You know, I'm pretty sure I can do it. You know, hey, look on the bright side. Now I still have all my limbs, and this poor Yeti does not. So,
Yeti.
I'm handing out your, I'm broadcasting your IP address. Is that a problem?
No.
Good, because I did.
That's not the public one, so it's fine.
Okay, good. Client ID IP. All right, so connecting to client, it says. Maybe, possibly. We tried to get Ben in on the call, and unfortunately he's on the road, and every 2 minutes and 45 seconds it would drop the call. So that didn't work. Also trying to get we had everything almost perfectly working, and then of course the system gave us the new Windows 10 blue screen of death. Have you seen the new Windows 10 blue screen of death? It's amazing. It has little colon open parentheses or close open parentheses frowny face.
Old school.
Exactly, old school style. And so it was that, and I'm going to lower the quality. That might have had something to do with it. We have high quality, two-dimensional.
Anime.
Raise your eyebrows and smile.
Hey.
I love it. It works so well. All right, I'm just going to lower the quality of this real quick. Make sure this other stuff's good to go, and we will be, well, good to go. Shadow map resolution. Low. Boom, boom, boom. Skin shading quality. I'm just dropping your quality all the way down, dude.
It probably will not be noticeable, so.
Apply. Here you go. Now you're tiny.
It's a drawing.
Oh, wait.
Oh, by the way, that song
Mm-hmm.
is called Philadelphia Freedom.
How's it go? You can play it. We're not monetizing, so if you can find it,
okay.
play it.
Yeah. Let's see if I find one with the lyrics. We actually understand what the heck he's saying because it's actually good.
Yeah, Amor. I seriously, I was like, considering that. I was like, I'm just gonna delete my Facebook account, but then I was like, I'm just gonna not use it. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna browse it. I'm gonna send positivity out there, but I'm not gonna scroll. And when I bring it up to post, I had to be like, post, type, send. Don't show me anything else on the page. I was talking about this the other day with Matt and with you, Joe. Someone needs to make it simple, because I know you can do this manually, but no, someone needs to come up with a simple way of setting up people, friends of yours, in lists according to their social media accounts. For example, I would have...
Ooh, look who's coming.
Look who's trying to come in. Hello?
Hey, I'm on my phone.
Oh, we'll give this a shot.
All right.
Your face is huge. It's like... It's...
Hey, it's great.
It's wonderful. Your face is wonderful. Don't get
It's
me
just a
wrong.
close-up shot.
It is a very close-up shot. All right.
What were we saying about the?
I was saying, for example, Ben. I would.
Yes.
So I would be able to... He's also echoey. Ben is
I
echoey?
am.
A little bit. All right, so the idea would be, we were talking about how toxic Facebook is, and how
Yes.
it sucks that you can't, like, get on there without seeing just nothing but negativity. And I was saying that somebody should create an app that you can link all of your profiles on all of your social media, and it will put them all in one spot, and it will take all of, say, Ben's Twitter, if you had one, and Facebook and Instagram and everything, and it will list them, like link them all together. This is Ben's stuff. And it will give you, when you open it up, it'll just show you how many people have posted, how many things, oh, hey there, and give you the option to view that person's feed. It won't just spit stuff at you. You have to scroll through. So if, say, your friend Dave is posting nothing but negative, frustrating, combative, argumentative things on Facebook, you just don't click on his name until you go, you know what, maybe, nope, still kind of toxic in there. But you can go, I wonder how Ben's doing. Click. And I can scroll through things you've done this week. I don't have to do it every single day. I can go like, how's Ben been? And so you can do that. You can go on Facebook and go, I'm going to look up Ben's profile and click on him, right? But I don't know if you've posted anything. I don't know which of your accounts you've posted things to. So to have just here's Ben, he's posted 8 things total on all of his accounts. Do you want to view them yet? No. It doesn't give you an alert, a push alert on your phone. It just, I want to see how people are doing. How are my friends doing? Well, Ben's posted 8 things. Do you want to see them? Cool.
It sounds
shows you the 8 things.
different, but it also sounds very close to the fact that Facebook now lets you have a friend but not follow them.
Yes, but you have to actively go see if they've posted something. So I'm like,
yeah.
I wonder how Ben's doing. Oh, he hasn't posted anything on Facebook. Is he on what's he doing? Is he on Instagram? Is he posted? Nope, nothing on Instagram. Oh, he's on Twitter. He's crazy live on Twitter. All kinds of fun things. Like that. I'm just saying,
there is something like that comes with Samsung phones. It's actually a privacy nightmare, so I disabled it. I forget what it's called. It's that thing where you
something that comes on your phone's a privacy nightmare.
yeah,
What
like
are you
it
talking about?
keeps trying to connect to everything, like your Facebook, Twitter, news, email.
That's
I
irritating.
forget what it's called, but it's like, and it like puts it all together. It's like, I can't remember.
Amor Pizza says there is already an app like that, but it was years ago. So what was this one called years ago, if I might ask?
Facebook.
It's something generic like My Story or something like
But
that.
you know what?
MySpace.
Taking. I mean, that's a very unique use case. But I was listening.
I get emails from MySpace saying, "Here's what happened on MySpace this week." It's a really short email.
I heard somebody saying a couple months ago when Facebook was having all those issues with people being like, "What do you mean you're deleting news because you don't think I should see it?" They're like, "Oh, so Facebook's taking the old page out of the old MySpace business plan," implying that they're going to go the way of the dodo bird. What's up?
I like your shirt.
Thank you. Yeah,
It's great. Spider-Man.
amazing, spectacular, or menace.
So you're talking about my man here.
I can't know. Can't see that. All right.
I was
So
speaking of things I can't see. I see a library. Study.
So you
yeah,
guys
and I
can't
can't see you. I keep going back to this to try and see.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
To try and figure out where you are. Where
I
are
can't
you?
see any of you.
Are you connected to my screen? Because I got the thing up. Is this the song you were thinking of?
No.
It's not.
No, but I like it. Yes, the double bend screen. And there's still major echoing. Oh. I know what it is. Fixed it.
The echo?
Yeah, okay, so when I do gaming streams on my other channel, I'm playing that. Unfortunately, Joe, I'm sorry, that's not the one. Thanks for looking. That was not it. When I do gaming streams on my other channel, there is video capture device too. Where is this? Well, I found you, Joe. I just don't know where you are. Hold on. Studio mode. Video capture device. So I have to put. Oh, here he is. Hey there.
Hey.
So I'm talking with people. I play PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Really cool game, but they put you in a team of 4, and communication is key. Like, you really, really have to communicate. So I have my microphone set to talk to people, but the way it's patched in for the show, the computer, through the microphone port, receives desktop audio and my microphone audio at the same time in the same place. Is he locked up, or is he really intently looking at that window? He's listening really well. So essentially, I have to set it up so that separately, the computer only gets my microphone for those feeds. So then when I set it back up for this show, I forgot to turn off the second computer feed. Long story short, you were hearing the desktop computer twice, one of which was slightly delayed. Of course, I can't hear that, because if I could, it would be sending that to everyone on my team. So just a simple matter of using the same equipment for different purposes and having it cause technical difficulties. So all right, so we've got Joe's face up there. He's laughing with us. Hey, we dropped Ben again.
No, I'm here.
Oh, we dropped your video.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, hello. Hey, how long's this call been going? 6-7 minutes. Wow, that's insane.
I know. It's epic.
All right, let me look real quick. Cool.
So do you think there'll ever be a chance I can see what you guys are up to?
You got my screen up, right?
Yeah, that was. Thank you. That was the very next thing I was going up. Yes, I'm. This is great because this is
Oh, I closed that.
test
This is what Amore Pizza tunes in to see every day, or every time.
Every week.
exactly.
This is what keeps you coming back.
Exactly.
Will they make it? Will they get
Keep
it together
on
this time?
coming back? Well, what's sad is we had everything like pretty well worked out before, like pretty darn well, and then what happened was.
I asked if I could come on the show, and you were like, yeah.
No, what happened was somebody decided to leave, and I'm like, that's okay. We'll just change everything. All right. Yeah. Just if you can, F11 those. Just... Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Look,
make sure all your dirty tabs are closed. You don't
we've
wanna be a
got.
politician.
Hold on. Check this out. We've got
What?
Ben. We've got little picture-in-picture video of Ben up there.
Yeah, we found a use for that annoying
Perfect.
pop-up window that won't go away.
So no matter
I'm in the stream.
so no matter what window I select, you're always on top in the corner.
Nice.
I get it.
Beauty of
Someone, but the times have changed. I don't know this song.
Jello.
The less I
Crystal.
say, the more word gets me down. I've never heard. Is this Elton John?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so.
What's that? And I mean this in the most respectful
You want the
way.
actual- what?
Most respectful way. What's that gay Brit doing singing about Philadelphia freedom?
I
He's
don't know.
British. Elton John's not American.
I guess he likes Philadelphia.
Hey, he's
City
allowed.
City of brotherly
City of
love.
brotherly love. That's what that gay Brit's singing about. The city of brotherly
Yes.
love.
Coming out of the closet via obscure lyrics.
It's like
Um,
boom,
well, let's start. We can start with Jupiter.
boom. All right. I don't
Jack
think.
totally drive like this, you know?
No, I don't. I don't know. How on earth are you gonna drive like that? Connect.
I got 9. I picked out roughly 9 articles that you guys
Excellent.
can talk about if
Because-
you want.
because
Positive, scientific.
I know, excellent. Because I
Inspired.
know for a fact if I hook up, I connect when I do screen sharing, I do his over the network and I do mine over Windows 10 screen share. So I have my laptop wirelessly hooked up, and that may be one too many for the computer this week. So we're just gonna stick with yours.
Yeah.
Let me just seriously though, your the formatting of the Ben face, it's epic, quite literally, epic.
You know
Epic
what? I feel like the
proportions.
only way I'm gonna see it in context is if I use my laptop to log into YouTube.
No, terrible idea. One sec. Here's what we'll do. Joe, can you read the chats? I was gonna say super chat. Read them super chats, because that's what we got. We don't have super chat.
Because you gotta pay to be featured on this show.
No.
Yeah, let me bring out the...
Go ahead and read those out while I try and do a quick screen share with Ben.
All right. Well, Amor says you fixed the echo successfully. So she's your technical difficulty notifier.
That's hot sauceum.
And she also said we should have a karaoke podcast one of these days.
It should be sharing. Hey, that would be excellent. I wanted to do like Fox and Socks competition.
Well, I know that's a Dr. Seuss book.
It
but I
is.
don't
It's
know
a tongue
what the-
twister. And
Oh,
so
you
we
mean just,
take
like,
turns trying to
reading-
see how far we can get without making a mistake in 60 seconds.
You mean read as much as you can in 60 seconds?
Yeah, without
or-
making a mistake or you're disqualified. I don't know. Like, it should
Oh.
be as much as you can get in, but also no mistakes. Like, you're fined points for
Oh.
mistakes. I don't know. Hey. Can you see
That
my
probably didn't help my face.
Can
did
you
it?
see my screen?
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay,
your
cool.
face looks fine.
I know it's really tiny, but let's ooh, watch this.
It makes me feel like I'm participating.
Yes.
Oh, it's not mirrored. Makes it harder.
Here you go. There you go. Can you see it real good?
No,
big-
it looks. Oh yeah,
It's bigger,
there
right?
you go.
Yeah.
The size of my face is large.
Yeah. Sweet.
Man, I'm
Sweet. Caroline. Wah, wah, wah. Alrighty then. All right. Half an hour. No, 40 minutes late. What do we got going on? What is it? What
Get
is
some
this, Joe?
content going.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we got a new picture of Jupiter.
That
Jupiter.
What?
Charlottesville ain't gonna like that.
has it always looked like this? No negativity. Come on. That wasn't negative, but just that word kind of set me off a little bit.
As what do you mean, like?
No, like I haven't seen that much detail on Jupiter.
Oh no, we have a probe that has been taking pictures like very close to it, and I mean it's actually technically it's less for science and more for public relations. We don't actually need beautiful color photos of Jupiter,
Yeah,
but
we do.
it's for the public, you know. And
It's
people
for
like
you and
take
me.
these images, they take the raw data and then they enhance it and make it look nice in something like you see right here in this. It's from the Juno Cam.
Nice. So I don't know a lot about Jupiter. Is that a caramel or peanut butter filling poking out the side there? And who sliced it open? It looks amazing. The new Cadbury Jupiter egg dipped in all kinds
Sounds
of swirly stuff.
delicious.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Probably wouldn't be good to try
Probably.
it.
Isn't it a gas giant? I'll pass. I'll pass.
Oh,
I'll pass on the gas giant. Keep going. I'm gonna keep making dumb jokes. Keep going. I'm gonna keep making dumb jokes.
Someone made some Jupiter fractal art, and that kind of reminds me of something. What we were talking about earlier.
Is someone
back it
stealing
up?
us?
sorry, my hot pockets are ready.
You got some a microwave in
The new
there?
pocket edition. Heat's in your pocket. Sorry, what were you saying, Joe?
You remember that weird bit of news? Where
You
was
got to be
it?
more specific than that, man.
The one about magic mushrooms.
Ah, yes. Yes, I do. Psilocybin?
Yes.
Or did they say psychedelic?
Psilocybin.
Psilocybin. Okay.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how it's spelled.
Well, that's... yeah.
Scientists are finally set to mass produce the active compound found in magic mushrooms.
Now,
Super Mario will be very pleased.
now here's a question that I have about this. Right. Magic mushrooms, if they distilled it down into a pill, and that they said this pill, right, very safe, it's very diluted. What it does is it helps you reach, it doesn't get you high, but it helps you, quote unquote, trip. And it helps clean out your brain and open your mind. No, I'm saying hypothetically, man. I speak in so many hypotheticals, like, here's a thought experiment. And so much literal people are like, but it wouldn't do that. Let's say it does. Let's say, for the sake of...
I'm just laughing
argument.
because of the whole clean out your whatever advertising.
Yes,
that-
exactly.
That brought to my mind.
I'm doing a frontal lobe cleanse this week.
Careful, a lot of stuff's gonna be coming out.
Is that what they're doing with the neti pot? They put the pot in their nose and it runs water out the other nostril. Have you seen that? It's a frontal lobe cleanse. It goes all the way up into the brain and rinses
I
all
hear
the
that'll
bad
give
thoughts
you
out.
the brain-eating ambia.
Amoeba?
That
Yeah, that one.
not MOBA. Brain-eating
yeah.
MOBA.
Yeah. But if they said, "Hey, this will help your brain. It's not raw. It's distilled from." You still there, Ben?
Yeah.
Okay, you were holding real still. I thought it froze up again. So if they said, like, this isn't magic mushrooms, it's the part that makes your brain do what magic mushrooms does on a small controlled scale, would you try it? If a doctor said, "You know what? You've been experiencing a lot of anxiety. I'd like to start you on a round of this." Ben, said the doctor.
What? Would I
You
use
go
it?
into your doctor, and the doctor says you've been experiencing some serious anxiety, and there's this thing I'd like you to try. Right?
I don't, in my mind, and I mean this as positive and negative.
We are
together.
talking about your mind.
Yes, positive and negative together. I wouldn't see a difference between that and Adderall or Ritalin or any of those others. I mean, I'm sure it might like have different effects.
Yeah, but you're
I would
saying
put it
on
in the
a
same aisle.
on a principle level.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I'd have the same hesitations and the same concerns for different risks that I would have with some of those others. And if it's needed, give it a try.
Mm-hmm. That's why when he brought this up earlier, my reaction was good. We should take these things and see if there's any positive benefit we can get from them. Maybe eating magic mushrooms is a horrible, terrible idea, but distilling out the psilocybin thing from them might be a safe way to treat conditions related to anxiety, depression, and addiction. See how I called that?
Yeah, I actually I didn't read this article through, and I thought it was related to studies of consciousness, because I know they've been
Yeah.
that's been an area of interest.
Now I have to admit, my I think it was like third or fourth episode we were talking about drugs, talking about Adam Ruins Everything, trying to tell kids it's okay to smoke pot.
Yeah.
Freaking idiot. But then we were also talking about magic mushrooms and how that might be next, as far as like kicking that can down the road, since there's states that are legalizing
That's the
marijuana.
wrong metaphor. Yeah. It's an envelope in this instance.
I don't know what you put it in. So kicking it farther.
A more
You don't keep your drugs in a can, man. You put it in an envelope.
And why would you be kicking them down the road? That's not my can.
That's a.
I was only kicking it.
That's not my can.
We found drugs in the street in front of him in the gutter, so technically they're not. No, it's not mine. That was good. That was good. Good analogy.
Right as you were saying that,
Mm-hmm.
a cop in full uniform just walked past me. So,
Where did you hide your can? Or
and my window's cracked. So
oh, all right. Well,
yeah,
let's see. Let me
he's just getting some coffee.
let's
yeah.
let me just get into the chat real quick. Joe's having his conversation over there, down here in the chat. Down there in the chat. Karaoke podcast. Totally agree. You actually do space image enhancing as a citizen scientist. A citizen scientist.
Yeah, that's actually that
Because
image.
all scientists are government.
That
So if you're a scientist, that's not government.
That was, I mean, not to go that far, but yeah, that was kind of my thought. Like a citizen scientist, it makes it sound like one of those like anti-bully kids who has like a badge and he's like, I'm a citizen policeman. It's like science is
No,
a volunteer
science,
scientist.
you know? Yeah.
no, yeah, that's basically what it is. Volunteer, like anyone can take the raw data and enhance
Exactly.
it.
Giving it the name citizen scientist implies just giving it the name scientist isn't the proper name for someone doing science on their own.
Yeah.
Like
No,
you have to
shame.
put citizen
It sounds.
scientist.
It's more
on there.
casual.
I know. That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
uh,
They're implying your science is casual science.
Yeah.
You freaking casual.
Yeah, if you don't. It's like. Well, I mean, it's like.
Outta here,
I mean, you could say amateur, like amateur
Yeah.
versus professional.
That is okay.
But
there you go.
citizen sounds
Amateur scientist.
sounds kind of. I really like how it sounds.
Citizen scientist.
I like that term.
The question is,
take
do
it.
you wear a lab coat?
So no, the real question is why do we need to take new pictures of Jupiter if we wanted them enhanced? Why couldn't we just say computer enhance image and poof suddenly
Right?
there's more
NCIS does that
pixels.
all the time.
Doesn't.
It's like,
work
oh,
like
I'm
that.
sorry, this picture was taken in 240p, and it's like enhanced to 4K, and it's like I didn't know you wanted that many pixels. Here they
Upscale.
are.
And it just goes line
Plug
by
it
line
into one of
through.
those TVs. Automatically upscales 4K.
Computer, who is that? Oh, hold on, it's this guy.
Howdy sign.
It's essentially
Yeah.
what they're saying. Let's see. NASA makes the raw images available to anyone, and they post good stuff. The people post. They post the good stuff. The people post. Got it. Cream of the crop. I can see that working with some therapies. Oh, we switched topics. Got it.
Yeah, now we're on
That could have some effects similar to hypnotherapy.
comment
Or
lag.
doctor,
Comment
you-
feeding
you
lag.
think you're crazy? Take this. I'll change your mind. Ha! Oh, okay. All right. Doctor, I'm losing my mind. No, you don't know anything about crazy. Take this. Yeah, feel better about yourself and go home. You're normal. At least you're not like a dude on mushrooms. Hobby scientist, not professional. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So let's poll the audience and see who thinks that my goatee looks like the rebel symbol from Star Wars.
I think it looks a lot more like a
yeah.
Klingon bird of prey.
Are you?
Pew! Pew!
Yep.
I'm gonna get
See,
it.
these aren't tears; they're just shots from the. Bird of Prey.
Did you have tears? Are those tears? I don't know. You're kind of tiny on the screen. All right. But the point I was going to make about the mushrooms and me saying, hey, magic mushrooms might be the next thing that we're trying to legalize because technically you don't hear as much. I don't hear. Doesn't mean it's not true. But I certainly haven't heard people saying these teens, this epidemic of kids getting dirty mushroom bags or something, like they do with heroin. And,
Probably because it's not very good stuff.
Well, what, mushrooms in general?
Just not strong.
Well, I mean, it's a very different thing. Actually, I've heard Joe Rogan talk about this a lot, and I was like, I could be open to some scientific. But then when I heard Jordan Peterson say, there's a lot about the human brain we don't know, and if you take a look at all into psychotropic drugs, you'll know that we do not understand consciousness at not even scratch the surface of what the human brain does. And I'm like, all right, okay, you've got me. I heard him admit at some point, very nice.
Klingon
Klingon warbird. No,
Yeah.
Klingon bird of prey. Warbird looks very different.
There's
bird of prey. Yeah.
there's a different there's a business development specialist guy who's like a business coach
Uh-huh.
for corporations, who talks about the zone and getting in the zone.
Yes.
And he says that a lot of people microdose with LSD. They take just a little bit of it, and it gets them just a little trippy, and then they're able to like focus on getting work done or something.
That was the guy on Joe Rogan's podcast who sued his doctor because his doctor said, "You have AIDS." And he says, "No, I don't." He says, "Yeah, you do." And he's like, "I can't have gotten AIDS." And he goes, "You can't have gotten AIDS." Turns out he didn't have AIDS. Turns out he had Lyme's disease, and it was destroying his brain. And he sued that doctor. He wouldn't say for how much, but he's like, "I got my money's worth."
Wow.
Yeah. He realized it was not AIDS when he was driving his car and he stopped at a light. It was a manual, and the light turned green, and his brain went, "I know I'm supposed to do something, but I don't remember what. And I can't work this machine I'm holding. No idea what to do. My brain gives me no clues. Grab something, turn something, push something. I don't know." He had to turn off his car and have it towed because his brain stopped knowing. It just stopped knowing how to drive a car or traffic rules at all on the spot. How
That's
freaky
terrifying.
is that? And he goes back in and he like finds another doctor or something, and it's just like, all right, it's not AIDS. We'll start there and figure out what is wrong. And he got Lyme's disease and never got it treated, and it wrecked him. Yes, he has a really good, I would recommend looking it up. I don't remember the guy's name, but he was on Joe Rogan, and really good podcast. But I remember him talking about that.
I actually
People
heard him on
getting
Beck.
in the zone, getting their brain in the zone, which is so like there's so many people like the 4-hour work week guy where he's just like, you got to batch your stuff and work for 4 hours a week and get everything you need to done because the rest of 40-hour work week just wastes time getting all those things done in 4 hours, just spreading them out over 40 kind of thing. So yeah, like, you know, there's all these people who are like, here's a life hack for you. It's gonna
All right,
hack your life.
next article.
Yeah, what did you bring up next?
Well, we can talk about.
Oh.
How about
Ooh,
this?
I saw that.
Yeah.
We're going back to tape. We're going back to film. IBM scientists have captured 330 terabytes of uncompressed data into a tiny cartridge. Look at that tape he's holding up there.
Is a lot of space.
Yeah. Yeah. Scroll down. What's it say?
300 terabytes. I mean, that's
330 terabytes in a little cassette cartridge.
Yeah.
Oh, and that thing that guy's holding.
Well, this little strip is 201 gigabytes, but the cartridge can fit in your hand. Actually, I don't know if they have a picture of the
201 gigabytes.
gigabyte.
Yeah, on that strip, but it's tape. That's the thing. You roll tape up, and you get a lot of tape in a small space.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So that's why it's on a cassette
where'd it
tape, because we're back to the idea of if I can stack layers micro thin and then just roll them all up together and then just pull them out to read them. Yeah, that's
Yeah, but that sounds so slow. I guess for
well. I mean, you're not like putting your video games on it and playing them from it. It's probably
Well, what else are you gonna use it for? If it isn't my
know.
Steam library, what is it?
I don't know. Yeah, IBM did it. Of course they did. Per square inch. That's crazy.
Well, you
I
saw
like
that
the idea of storing data in DNA. That's supposed to be the theoretically highest
DNA.
density
DNA is not this big.
data per atom.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've seen that. That's crazy.
well, you know the
So you-
digital VHS video that I posted. Someone took HD footage of New York City.
I watched
and
that.
stored it on VHS tape.
Pull that up while we're talking.
And yeah,
That
I'll
was,
see if I
that was
can-
cool.
see if I can
why does that matter?
Yeah. Well, basically, you're getting like super high quality stuff on VHS. VHS is like 240p, and you're getting like HD quality stuff. And this
It's
was
like-
in 1993.
The display wouldn't be able
So-
to reproduce that.
You're right,
so-
it wouldn't, but it can now. So you can see New York City, what it's like
So it's essentially they took
back then.
they like took 4K video back when they still had bulb TVs, and they're like, well, you can't even see that resolution on a bulb TV. You know, the big globy
Might be for,
vacuum
like,
TVs.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
like-
and
they're
So it
like,
wasn't
yeah,
someone
but it's-
today
but it's super-
taking a VHS and recording
Nope.
on it.
No,
Yeah,
no.
this
It
was in
someone back then
1993.
recording it, but not having any way to
93.
display it.
Yeah, but
Well,
now,
you could probably in a theater, but
yeah, that's true. You probably could have like the biggest,
That's much
best
more
screen they
interesting
had.
if it's footage from back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's footage from back then, but when you look at it, you know how movies from back then have that specific look where you're like, yeah, this is old. It looks like something shot today, and you're like,
That's eerie.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's really cool.
It's similar to the idea of looking at one of those big round vacuum TVs and it looks like a 4K screen, and you're like, how does that look that sharp? What am I looking at? It's like that. Hey, here we go.
Oh wait.
Oh, it's gonna be jittery because it's on your.
Yeah. There's too much going on.
Darn it. Well, it's he's connected to my computer over the Ethernet. So
Oh, I can turn the Wi-Fi on.
can you also turn the quality up? It looks like low quality.
Yeah, once we
240.
yeah. Now, well, we upgraded to 360.
Let's go 1080 at 60 FPS. While it loads, are you on the Ethernet?
Actually, can't choose, but I'm hoping it just switches because I
You
turned
can
my
turn off-
I turned my Wi-Fi
There you go.
on. Now, if I turn the Ethernet off, you know what's gonna happen. The entire connection's gonna disappear.
Of course.
so-
It's like in slow mo and everything. All right, full that. Oh, or pause it. Why did it pause?
Yeah, I want to see the people. The buildings are all about the same. The people aren't going to be.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You see these guys wearing these suits, and it's like, you look like a joke, man. Look at that MAGA hat. The guy in the MAGA hat from way back when.
Sorry, it's jittery.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so jittery.
It actually looks really
I like
nice
those
when it's
hoop
playing.
earrings. Those hoop earrings aren't bad.
I think that's actually what the cameras look like in the center. Yeah, this was a demo thing to like showcase the technology, but it didn't take off. Unfortunate.
That's cool.
Or we'd have a lot more HD footage from, the 90s.
Full screen.
Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that we
a
don't.
blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
Disguise.
It's a blessing in disguise. Because that's
over
where
New
the
York
blessings are. The blessings are in disguise. Whoa!
Until it rains downs on your heads.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Oh, Amor wants us to post a link to that at the end. Just
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to throw it in there right now.
It's kind of small.
Links, as always, are on the description down below.
In the doobly-doo, right? Wheezy Waiter used to say that. Everybody did back then, but I think he probably still does. Remember Wheezy Waiter on YouTube?
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Yeah. Links
I
are in the
still get emails
doobly-doo.
from his
Yeah.
channel.
And remember to rate this video because that's a thing. They used to have a 5-star rating system on videos.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Actually, you say the buildings are all the same, but
I know.
there are 2 buildings that should be coming up.
Did you send me that, Joe?
Oh, right. I should have sent you.
I'll forget. I always forget. You send that to me and then pull up whatever's next. Ooh, look at helicopter footage of who the heck?
Speaking of the 90s, it's Central Park, bro. That happens. There is green.
It's Central
there.
Park, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, that's the Staten Island. No, it's not. It looked like Staten Island Ferry. Is it? There's water there. But that was shots of the park.
Squirrels are still the same.
Squirrel. Squirrels are still the same, man. Never change, squirrels.
Speaking of
Never
the
changed.
90s, you know what 90s show I've been watching that has just been blowing my mind
Friends.
with how good it is?
That's
Yeah,
not 90s,
no.
is it? Late 90s? Is it 90s? Probably
Yeah.
is. I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
90s, yeah. Yeah, like early 90s to late 90s. Like definitely. No, Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Really?
Yeah, the first
missed
couple
that one.
seasons, like the first whole season was kind of like very episodic and they end up at the same place they were when they started and all of that. Then by like the 3rd season, the Klingons have declared war and they're like literally fighting a war with the Klingons.
Oh, and it's like diplomatic relations. Oh, look at those buildings.
Yep.
Like, no, they like
There you
invade
go.
a space station and
Some
they end the
towers.
episode with a pile of dead Klingons at their feet. Like, it's so epic.
I think I read, wow, look at that 90s stuff. Oh! Sorry, she smiled and like
That is cool.
90 teeth popped out. Well, You said something. It sparked something, and then you said Deep Space Nine, and I completely forgot.
Friends.
No, it was before that. I forget. I don't know.
Oh, Central Park. And there is grass there, bro.
Maybe.
Sent the link on Facebook.
Thank you.
Anyway, it's
All right. All right. What
Next story.
what else is happy? What else is happy that's going on? I'm gonna put that in the description right now so everybody can
Watch the rest of it.
copy link address.
Maybe we should prepare, and next time when we do a happy thing, we'll do relatively sad headlines, and we'll turn them around. We'll add positivity to them.
I tried to do that. I was looking through the news today, and like 4 stories in, I was like, impossible. Absolutely. The only way to turn this around would be to be like, nope.
It didn't happen.
Yeah. Here's an interesting thing. All the negativity in the news is predictive. It will happen. Housing prices are set to plummet. The world's going to end. The seas are going to rise.
Nuclear.
The 2020
disaster
elections
might
are
happen.
going to go terribly, and it's like, that's not news. That's like freaking fortune telling.
Yeah, what do you think climate science is? But
Yeah.
Well, speaking of trends and numbers, have you heard how Bitcoin is doing?
Oh, I was gonna bring that
oh
up.
my god!
I was gonna bring that up
I
today.
wish I put
Pop
money
it
in
up.
Bitcoin.
Ethereum.
Like 6 months
Ethereum blew up. I was mining Ethereum a month ago. I was mining it for a day and went, nah,
know.
it warms up my living room. I'm not going to do it anymore. I have like 1/100 of a penny of Ethereum. And it's like, what's funny is you don't have to mine it. You could have just bought it. I could have just bought 1 Ethereum for like $20. But I didn't.
I know.
All right.
You know, around Christmas it was like $20.
What? Ethereum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it like $20?
It started to spike
No, now
like
it's
really in
300.
like March, April.
When did
and
it
then
last
June was
spark?
the peak.
Spike.
We're looking at Bitcoin right now.
Oh, okay.
though. But I can. Oh yeah, there's.
Bitcoin's like over $4,000 per
Yeah.
Bitcoin now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
It's
just,
crazy.
That's called a bubble.
No. What it's called is
What it's called is
it's
Oh.
people moving away
Oh,
from something
no.
that's
they
even less
only-
valuable and less stable, and that's the U.S. dollar.
we were talking
Because
about
all the quantitative easing that we've done, and all the printing of money, and the propping up of the stock market.
which are all wonderful,
people-
happy things.
Yeah, so great.
No, you're right. I was
And so
talking to Matt about that actually, and the conclusion I came to as he was trying to explain to me how all that worked was that money is supposed to be treated as gold, where its value stays the same. Well, not its value, but its value stays the same, and everything changes against it the same way we measure things
Yeah.
against gold. But it jumped the fence, and now it's over like a commodity or even almost like a stock, and it varies with everything else against gold. It's supposed to be over here with gold. On this side of the fence,
You're
where
right.
it doesn't change and everything changes in comparison to it on the other side of the comparative fence. And instead, it's just moved over here where everything else that is of variable worth comparative to gold. And I'm like, that's what happens when you disconnect your currency from gold and you just pump stock. It's like growing more rice. But I'm the only one allowed to grow rice. Everyone else is just allowed to use it as tender. I'm the only rice grower.
I got it right here. February 28th, Ethereum was 1566. Trade. That's what it traded at.
What's it trading at now?
Around 300.
Wait,
Yeah.
1566?
Yeah. Like
Oh,
$15.
oh.
$15.
Gotcha. What was
Yeah.
the low? What was the low point? No, the most recent low point. That last dip there before it spiked again. I keep trying to put my
198.
yeah 198 and
Yeah.
it's at what? Oh, okay.
300. Yeah,
Alright, cool.
it's been fluctuating between 200 and 300. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but Bitcoin might seriously reach 10,000. Or it could just crash and
You
go
know what's
down to,
funny,
like,
though?
300 like
But,
Bitcoin
like,
Cash.
Is Bitcoin going up or is money going down?
Well, money can't be going down that quickly, or like you would see orders of magnitude and prices skyrocketing.
Yeah. What's going to be sad is when everybody's like, "Hey, at least I have Bitcoin," and the dollar tanks. And it's like, "Well, Bitcoin's worth $300,000," and it's like, "Yeah, you mean like half an egg?"
Yeah,
Because eggs
exactly.
are $600,000 right now. So,
Well, people might be using like the whole technology behind Bitcoin called the blockchain. They might that might be the new structure for money everywhere.
Wouldn't that be smart?
Might be implemented. I don't know. I don't
No,
know if it's
let's
smart.
just
They're gonna be like,
digitize currency out of nowhere and then give it to people we like.
yeah, I don't understand why I can't just go into my bank account and like lean on the zero key and be like, oh,
Right?
whoops, it says I have money. That's what.
Well, you can if
that's
you have a
what-
lobbyist.
That's what the federal government does.
That would
hey,
make
we need more
everyone
money.
else's money worth less.
I was trying to get Matt O to explain this to me because he's big into this whole printing money thing. I was trying to get him to explain to me how they print more money, and he's like, "Well, they do it like digitally." And I'm like, "Yes, but what does the process look like? Who is the man? And does he sit down? Does he open a Word document and literally just punch in zeros and hit save, and then everybody just references that document? Like seriously, it's something like that. Probably more complicated. And it's probably not Word. It's probably like a Google Doc, but." Yeah, it's what does it look like?
Very old fashioned.
It's thefederalreserve.net.
.blogspot.wordpress.
Yeah, exactly. .wordpress.net.
What's funny is they're going to be like, kids, here is a video on how money is made. And it's a guy being like, like that's going to be, here's how money is made. And then 10 years later, here how nations are destroyed. Anyway.
So I was watching an old NCIS episode, and they found some money on a dead body that they found, and they're like, "This money looks super weird." And they held it up
listening to the advice
in
of
front
Miracle
the
Max. Go through his pockets and look for loose change.
Right? No, it was stacked like 10 grand, but it was fresh from the mint, and it was a $100 bill that hadn't been released yet. But I looked at it when they held it up, like, this is weird money. I've never seen this before, and it looked like the money we use today because it's a really old episode.
Oh,
so it looked
wow.
like a normal $100 bill. Yeah.
They're like, what is this
So-
phone? The buttons
Yeah.
are part of the screen. Yeah.
And it basically turned into a long infomercial about all the special features that the new $100 bill would have.
Oh. Yeah. This is like an old commercial.
Yeah.
I remembered the other day a commercial for the first one that had haptic feedback. And it's like, just touch it and you'll feel the difference. It's like, whoa. I poked it and it vibrated in my hand. It was like touching a real key, and now it's like, yeah, that's what things do. Let me just read the chat real quick. Leave that chart up for a sec. Let's see. Caesar going to rise. Amor Pizza. Amor Pizza. Amor Pizza. I agree. Awesome to see history. I wish we had better footage of the 40s, 50s. Well, just all the times.
All of the times.
Every of the time. That would be so cool if we had a time machine video camera.
That'd be pretty harmless.
I think what
Harmless.
Joe Rogan said this on his podcast yesterday. He said, you know what'd be really cool is if scientists could take like pictures from satellites from the sky and they could look at like everything, like not just like pictures, but like digital, like laser, whatever it is, ultrasound. They like figure out where everything is, and based on where everything is, they figure out where it was and how it got there. And so the same way you look at a fossil and you go, well, that's a dead thing that got covered in, amber or whatever.
Oh, so you mean know the state of every...
Exactly. It's
Every
like
atom and
molecule. And so
molecule,
he's
and
like,
then
he probably
calculate.
he probably meant that, but didn't say that. But he was talking about like how people got to where they are and be able to like trace civilizations that grew like back into like where they came from. And he's like, wouldn't it be cool if we could just see all of history by a computer being like, oh, well, obviously if this is here and this is here, they were originally here. Like the way the continents look like they all would fit together if you picked them all up and dumped them on the floor
So,
and had a toddler try and...
The question is, would you need another universe to contain the computer to do the calculations for that?
Or a spool of tape to record it on.
Yeah, it's like a giant spaceship
Yeah,
that's
but
like
that is
this thick and
part
like
of-
miles wide, and it's like one big giant roll of tape.
That's
It's like
part of
fruit by the
causality,
foot
though.
or
yeah,
bubble
but
tape.
it's like it's a 1-inch tape, and it's like 900 miles, so it's like
But that would affect reality.
yeah, of course it would. It takes itself into account. It does take itself into account. It's like when you take a selfie, It's like I'm the one taking the picture, but I'm also in the picture, but it doesn't affect the fact that I'm taking the picture. That's exactly what it is. A giant
Giant selfie.
space tape taking pictures of the history of the universe is
The
exactly like
universe
a
is taking
selfie. Exactly. I wonder if you could chase light in space and get almost like a negative. You can. If you were at the end of the universe and you had a telescope powerful enough, you could look at, if you were at the end of the universe, hypothetically, this is hypothetical, and you looked back toward the center of the universe, you could watch the light hit your eyeball at the speed of light, but you are so many light years away, you would be watching things from Earth happening from hundreds of years ago. You could watch the Earth.
That would be so cool.
Because
Telescope.
light has hit somebody and reflected off of them and then just left into the wild blue yonder.
It's not possible
so-
under currently known physics.
No, it's theoretically possible. It is
Oh.
You
not.
have to travel
It is
faster
not
than
theoretically
light for a
possible
long
to go.
time.
It is not theoretically possible to go back in time and affect things, but it is possible to go see the light ripples effects of things after the fact. The same way it's possible to see a star that's already blown up because the light hasn't hit us yet. It's the exact same thing, except there's nothing happening on that star that's interesting.
Well, it's just
if that was a planet we could
size.
see, we'd be like, oh look, they're building spaceships. They're coming to see us. Oh, and it blew up. It's
Yeah.
like, no, that spaceship blew up years and years ago. You got your hopes up for nothing. Trust me. Wouldn't it be interesting if you're like, we can see them?
Bruce Willis almost destroyed that asteroid.
They're,
but then-
well, what's funny is here's a thought. You're looking light years away at something, and you can see them build a ship and start to head out. And you're like, at their current speed, they'll be here, and they appear. And you're like, oh, they were traveling faster than the speed of light. Got it. So they got here before we saw everything they did leading up to getting here. Just like when a
funny.
jet flies at you and you don't hear it because it's moving faster than the sound.
Right.
If it
That's
moves faster
exactly the
than
same
light, you don't
principle.
see it until it's already at you, and then all the light goes, we tried to warn you, but he's faster. You know? Right? Same thing.
You're funny.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, you would actually see a trail of them going backwards, which is weird. But yeah, to see something
What?
far.
No, don't just say that and move on.
Did you
would
not-
see it? You would see who going backward?
Didn't I show you that video called Superluminal Travel?
I think
on,
so.
PBS, and they showed what you
Like
would
my
see.
eyes saw it, but my brain just like went to sleep.
Oh.
No.
But, yeah,
no.
if
That sounds epic.
A faster than light ship heading towards you, you would see two trails, like one going off, like light from the past, and one like where they came from, and one to where they're going. Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah,
no,
it's-
explain it to me in just words with your 2D avatar. Got it. That does sound interesting.
But as far as seeing something from really far away, someone actually did like they did the math for that, and like how big, like the farther away something is, the bigger the end of your telescope, like the more light you have to gather. So the bigger your telescope has to be. So your telescope would have to be light years across. Like I think the question was, how can someone from another solar system like build a telescope big enough to see the dinosaurs on Earth, basically? But
so you're saying you'd be able to see Earth, but no detail. Because we can see stars with the naked eye, but we wouldn't be able to see any like detail from the star. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I mean, we might be able to resolve like planets into like pixels
Computer enhance.
with current or well, not current, almost current, like telescopes we're putting into action now, but we don't have the ability to resolve.
Can I calibrate real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just deadpan into that camera.
RBF.
There we go. All right, you're good. Everything got way whacked, and so you were talking, and it was like, just like that.
Which video?
The one about superliminal.
Oh, yeah.
What was it you said?
Subliminal.
No, what was it
Not
you said?
subliminal, superliminal.
Superliminal?
Superluminal. Sorry.
Superluminal. Okay, sorry.
Faster than light speed.
Superliminal is a song. Superliminal is a song by Deadmau5. Obviously, a
I'll
play
see if
on
I can find it.
subliminal. Superliminal, as instead of under, over, super.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I
So
want-
it's like they really want you to know that they're telling you something.
Yeah. Deadmau5 songs, by the way, since we're talking about great things tonight, they are really good. You hear like the 3 like dance EDM hits he had that like made him famous, and then you listen to the rest of his stuff and it's not like that. It's like really interesting stuff. Let me show you what I mean quickly about the interesting things. Since we're talking about subliminal, superliminal, we'll just change tracks really freaking fast.
Like Jimmy John's.
Yes, just like Jimmy John's. The heck? What the heck? Okay. All right. Let's see.
Yes.
The heck is Starswarm?
Starswarm? Oh, it's a benchmark tester.
Oh, cool.
Not strobe. Dang, it's the wrong one. Hold on.
So if Ethereum's back up, does that mean that my R9 390 is worth like $600 now?
No, it has to be an R9 390.
Is that a
Wait.
graphics
You have an
card, right?
R9 390, same as me?
I do.
Oh, okay.
R9
okay.
390. It's a Sapphire R9 390. Whatever their overclocked
Yeah.
word is.
Awesome. Excellent. Yeah, that's the one that you can mine it with. I considered selling mine, but for some reason mine weren't going for much. It was the 540s and things. This is not the right Dead Mouse song. What's up?
Someone just popped up in the chat.
Who's up in the chat?
Retroglyphs. They said.
What? Of course they pop up today. Today of all days to pop up in my chat. Imagine you
All
coming
the
in
chat
here.
rooms in all the world. You click into mine.
Jarbear Fort. Who is? Okay, now I don't know who that is.
So I have some breaking news for you.
Welcome,
Yes.
Jarbear.
For those who don't know, hey Jarbear, Floor27, I play in a band called Retroglyphs. And they don't sound like this right here. What's your breaking news real quick? Tell me.
I am in a musical. I'm preparing to be the lead in a musical.
What musical?
Esther and the King. But I don't get to play Esther, and I don't get to play the King.
Oh, Esther.
I get to play Haman, who creates the order to kill all the Jews.
Don't worry, you'll be perfect.
Haman or Naaman?
Haman.
Haman?
You know Mr. Lent from the VeggieTales
Hey,
version?
Mr. Haman.
Yeah, we also have a character
remember.
named Hey Guy. So I'm always like, hey man, he's like, hey guy.
That's pretty funny.
It's good. Hey, I get to sing and dance and stuff. It's weird.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's a steak thing.
Dang it. I was trying to show you. I thought-
Superliminal.
Yeah.
That's a song. Wow, nice. That's cool.
Great use of triplets. I think it's this
Am
one.
I supposed to be hearing it, or?
You will. Oh, no, wait, you won't.
Aw.
I'm sorry. Just realized the way
No,
I
I can switch over. It'll just be like a 10-second delay.
No, none of these are the one I'm thinking of for some reason.
Oh, I
Dang
can
it.
hear it now. Am I supposed to be hearing it, or?
Okay, now we
Now I
can
hear
hear.
myself
Now we
asking if you
can
can hear
also hear you asking if you can hear it.
Great, we'll have a ripple effect. So I heard it.
What the heck? All right, I'm sorry. Now I got this in my head and I can't get it out. There's one of his songs and it starts with a pulse. Just, you know, one of their pulsing, you know, wub 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 things, but there's two of them and they're intentionally misaligned. Well, actually, it's actually a bunch of them, so it's like a delay and it sounds like a slapping scatter effect of like, and they get slowly closer and closer together until it sounds like one, and then they start spreading out the other way, so it's like it gets farther.
That's
in.
cool.
Yeah, it's hard to describe with my fingers on a table, and I was hoping to show you. Oh wow, I look totally I can't remember the word.
Effeminate?
Kind of. That's a good word. We'll use that one. Jarbear, Josh Hollis, I thought that was you. Hey, hi. How are you? Yeah, we just became friends on Facebook, and he must have seen my link. Welcome to the happiness hour, the new happiness hour.
Yeah, this isn't a usual episode. This is like a sunny side.
This is did you see the thumbnail I put up?
Yeah, I did.
It's sunshine and roses, not roses, but it is sunshine.
Speaking of sunshine.
Speaking of sunshine, go ahead. Speak of sunshine.
Australia is getting a big
where'd the sun go?
solar array put in.
I'll give you 2 guesses, Ben.
It went down.
Yeah, I was trying to refrain from mentioning solar eclipse news since it's everywhere. It's just saturated. People are probably sick of it by now.
Yeah.
Here's a story. I was in Oregon last week, and all the restaurants had signs up that said, if we run out of food, it's not our fault. Please don't riot.
Yeah, pack a lunch, hipsters. You were where?
Did say, like,
you were where?
In these dates, we cannot guarantee service.
That's interesting.
So,
interesting. Yeah, I've seen a lot of things about towns waiting for, as we talked about last week. These towns are just braced for the onslaught of smartphone toting out of towners. You know, those people with them newfangled devices that you touch and they talk to you.
They're bringing in towers, cell towers, mobile ones. Mobile cell towers, kind of funny. And
for your mobile phone use.
All the farmers around there are harvesting their crop a little bit early,
smart,
so that they can save their fields for RV parking. They're charging like $500 to $800 a night.
I told Mom and Dad they should do that. I told them they should do that at night. They got a lot of properties not being used. Put up a sign that's just like $50. Unless you wait till last minute, then it's $50,000. Once in a lifetime, get her done.
Yeah.
It's like Dwight on The Office taking advantage of people waiting to get that special doll. All right, what were you saying? Australia's doing what?
Oh, they're just putting it. They're putting in a huge solar array. Australia, as you know, is entirely peopled by criminals. Just kidding.
Yes.
Not anymore.
So I can clearly not trust the news in front of me.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd throw in that.
That does
thing,
look nice.
Yeah, people say like wind farms and solar farms are an eyesore, but I think
wind farms
we can arrange them. They look nice.
Wind farms are, but like, no, like the
like
big,
a Zen garden, you know, you just kind of move them around.
Well,
every
if you look at the you can't see the picture. I've got my garbage in the way. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Can you see it now? It looks like a bunch of music stands. It looks like there's an orchestra that left town and forgot all their music stands, and the conductor stands on that little spire in the middle and is just like.
That's so cool.
Nobody plays, and he gets very frustrated.
That would be so great to conduct an army that large.
The robot that conducted an orchestra. Did we cover that already?
Nah, robot orchestra?
No, it wasn't. The orchestra was people. It was just the conductor.
That's a dangerous precedent to set. There should definitely be a person conducting robots. You listen to me. You play at the tempo I say. I did not.
Well,
it's creepy.
It's a metronome. It's a metronome. Like how?
Did you hear about they put a tux and tails on a metronome and put little googly eyes.
It was
put little googly eyes and tails on a metronome and just let it go.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How long are we going till? Because I have one last thing on this, and it's pretty good.
Okay. Well, we started.
Might be pretty good.
We started a bit late, so we're gonna go a little longer. If our guest can.
Let's see.
That would be you, sir. Ben. Ben.
What'd you say, sir?
He asked how long.
I was reading the chat.
Okay, he asked how long. Very important to do that. I always forget. He asked how long we were going, and I said that depends on you. I'd like to keep going.
Not super long if I don't realize that the phone doesn't charge if the car isn't on. I got like 5%.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I just started the car.
Jarbear, thank you very much for your props. I'm gonna get. By the way, I have a gaming channel. I just started game streaming. Voice of Joe and I were doing some League streams. I haven't played League in a couple of years, so it was entertaining for not the right reasons. We did a stream a little while ago. I did a couple PUBGs. I did one of a game I tried a while ago, or got a while ago, never tried, and it sucked. But it's Onion Head, not Onion Head. It's called Not Onion Head. So I stream on there every once in a while, and it's fun. It's just chill and play games and chat. If anybody wants to play games, with me on there, that's what it's for. Chill hangouts. So, invitation is open. Full screen. Let me bring this back.
It's been
up
8
here.
months since I've played a video game.
Oof. Ooh.
Even cell phone games.
I was doing so well until I got my Vive, and then it's like, but for real though. You said you tried a Vive before, right?
Yeah, they had one at the trade show that I went to. I got to play it for like 20 minutes.
Killing
It was
Floor.
great.
Killing Floor came out this week. Killing Floor VR.
See, how do they do that? Because Killing Floor is entirely based on the premise of walking backward.
You would have to in Arizona Sunshine it works the same way with the teleport, and people go, "Ooh, teleporting, that's ridiculous." Your brain adapts to it very quickly, and it just accepts the idea that this is how humans move. We teleport a set distance. You can't go more than like 8 feet or whatever. But you just hold down the button, and it lights up a spot, and you aim the spot you want, and you let up, and you appear there. And you get very used to it very quickly. It's not awkward.
Interesting.
It's not awkward and weird. It's natural reaction to reach over your shoulder and go boom, 10 steps behind me. You know, it's.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
you can do it without looking?
Yeah, you can wherever you point your controller, so you can sidestep and so you can be shooting with one hand, sidestep. It's very well done. They're making huge strides in interface. A lot of
That's what I'm waiting for.
I played
That's
a
what
game
Travis jumped in.
where it was combat, but they wanted you to walk by holding down the grip buttons and moving your hands as if you're running. Dumbest idea ever. Did they even try it once before they put out this program? 6 seconds, 6 seconds in the game, and it's like, just move them faster and you'll run faster. And I'm like going slowly like this, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I look stupid. I'm not feeling like I'm running.
I was gonna say that first idea sounds like how we move in our dreams, but also that second idea when like something bad is chasing you and you're like trying to run and
Yep.
you're not going anywhere.
And a lot of games have the option to use the thumb pad like you would in like using an Xbox. So disorienting. It's like standing on an office chair that somebody keeps moving. Like you're standing up, and it's seriously because you don't feel your feet move. You don't feel inertia of moving, and suddenly everything's just moving around you, and so it's so disorienting.
Oh, that'd be nauseating.
And so if like sidestepping on that thing, like sliding to the side while shooting, while looking around, you get so nauseous and disoriented so fast.
Yeah.
But with the teleport, it very quickly goes dark and then comes back bright again. And so it's like a blink, and so nothing actually shifts. It goes dark and then opens up, and you're in a different spot. It's awesome. It's so good, so good. Highly recommend it, as you can tell. Let's move on to that last one that you had. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna plug in the chat. I'm gonna put in the description my other channel because I can, and I really should be. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, so, man, you gotta cross pollinate.
You gotta plug your own stuff. All right. Nope, not there. All right. What? Go ahead and bring that up. Woo!
I wasn't gonna bring that
Are you
up.
looking at it?
I just saw quantum internet is 13 years away. Wait, what's quantum internet? And how do cameras work?
Computing.
What?
You should check out Linus Tech Tips and
I
their
love Linus Tech Tips. Don't even get me started on Linus Tech Tips.
I know that bro.
Dude's amazing.
Their 16K gaming video was pretty legit, but they went to a place where it's like the coldest place on Earth because they dropped the chip's temperature down to absolute zero or very close to it, so that they can do the quantum computing with it.
What? Really? Wait.
But it has to run at almost absolute zero in order for it to be readable.
Wait, they did that?
Noise.
Linus did that?
And then, yeah, well, he didn't do it. He took a tour of a facility that does it that's near them.
Oh, I'm like, how did I miss it? Yeah. That one? Got it.
No, this is like
oh yeah, I saw that one too.
Of investment to get like a little bit of benefit out of it.
Yeah. So, hopefully you get more.
And then they rent the server space because it's not feasible to sell it really, to sell units of it. So they just built a server farm with that type of computing, and then they sell access to it.
That makes sense. It's like we could find good reasons to do this ourselves enough to make it worth building this facility, or we could just let everybody else find their own reasons, and we just rent that out to them. Yeah.
Crowdsource the ideas.
Oh, people will have uses for quantum computers once because they're really good for breaking into stuff. Believe it or not, you hear about how secure quantum communication is, but it's fun. It's
I
kind
hear
of ironic.
so much about how secure quantum communication is.
Oh. Well,
I've never heard of quantum
Okay,
communication.
well, there's in the news recently, Chinese physicists recently launched a satellite and relayed a encrypted beam of light. Basically, quantum encryption is, under currently known physics, unbreakable. If the data is altered in any way, it comes out as garbage. If the data is intercepted by anyone other than the intended party, the connection breaks.
Wow.
It actually works on principles of quantum entanglement, I think.
Well, if I get a quantum computer, can I use it to hack normal computers and steal
So-
stuff?
Yeah.
Well, the
Instantly.
once people finally develop software and stuff for it, it'll most likely be used for scientific research and for, basically what the one strength, the thing that quantum computers will absolutely excel in, is doing. How do I describe it? No, it's let's say, I hate to use this example, but let's say I want to break a password. If I want to know, I'm a government agent, I need to break into this file. I have the hash.
When they do it, it's okay.
I have the hash. Well, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying that's a viable use. But I have a hash of a password, and you have to run millions. Basically, you can't decrypt a hash. Basically, you have to run through and brute force every single combination.
Are we talking
Oh,
I have a hard time
A hash,
decrypting people's hashes sometimes.
a hash is basically a password goes into a one-way function that produces a random string. It's not random, but it produces a particular string of numbers and letters, and it's irreversible. Once you go one way, you can't go back that way.
My Bitcoin wallet used a hash.
Except,
That makes sense.
Except, there is a way to go back, but that's basically you have to make every
Jackbox has some
combination
hashes
of every combination of password into a hash and then see if that hash matches. What quantum computers can do is they can do all of them simultaneously and keep, well, not all of them but they can run a huge amount simultaneously. They could basically, the approach they use to solving a problem is they run all the possible solutions at once, and the one that matches comes out, and it's super fast.
Wow.
So you could probably use it for weather, for modeling systems.
Dude, you could be Prime Minister of Canada.
Why Canada?
Because Justin Trudeau, everyone was impressed because he knew the difference between normal computing and quantum computing.
Oh, right.
Pretty much all his explanation was it does all the computations almost instantly.
So,
right?
It does.
That's it. See, I know that much.
It's super fast. That's a strength, but if you watch that Linus Tech Tips video, he even says will I be using it for video gaming? Probably not.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
How do we all watch Linus Tech Tips? I never even knew.
Everybody
watches Linus Tech Tips.
It's a hot topic, but anyway.
You watch the most popular tech guy on the internet? I watch the most popular tech guy on the internet. I was wondering what tech guys you watch.
Here's how legitimate he is. I took a screenshot of it. They had quotes when they launched the new Vega graphics card from Radeon. And they had quotes in the email they sent me from different. They had Forbes and they had the Wall Street Journal quotes about how great the chip is in that graphics card. And then one of them said, "So fast, oh my gosh, holy balls." And it said Linus Tech Tips. I was like, well, that's a good copy paste there, guys. Add a little street cred to your. Put that next to a quote from Forbes. I'm sure they like that. It was pretty good. I was impressed. I was like, good on you, Linus.
I love them.
Yeah.
They were actually, to be perfectly honest, they were actually the inspiration for me wanting to do a live stream podcast, because if you ever watch theirs, it is so as he calls it, janky. It's so duct tape thrown together. It makes, and they're their production is great on their videos, but it's like them going, oh, and also let's push a button and talk to everybody for a while, you know? Because all the rest of
Yeah.
their stuff is really well written and produced, and it's excellently shot and tested, and they have their charts.
Oh, yeah, they
and
have
I'm
some
like,
serious
this is some well put together material. And then they get together and they're like, oh my gosh, I was late for badminton practice. Linus always talking about that. Does he realize that people's opinion of him goes down when he mentions, I gotta get going, I gotta go to badminton practice? Yeah, all right, dude, whatever.
But you got to get better at
Yeah.
it because you're not good enough at badminton right now.
Oh yeah.
you
Speaking
need
of
to get better at it,
stealing
of course.
things, stealing ideas from other people, they have this sponsor of theirs. It's it's some jerky company that makes extremely spicy jerky, and they do their sponsor spots while eating this extremely spicy jerky. And I'm like, we should do a show where we're just munching on insanely hot things and trying to get through the darn news without
That
somebody,
is the current craze on the internet.
without somebody choking and dying, or just
Hot ones.
the heck. Oh,
There's a whole channel dedicated to that.
is there really? Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's called Hot Ones.
So I'm not,
DeFranco pitches it all the time
that's weird.
plugs it.
I haven't heard him plug it.
in his segment called Today in Awesome.
And today in Awesome, brought to you by the Phil DeFranco 2020 shirt,
You know,
2024.
He was in a live stream with another YouTuber talking about the business side of YouTube.
Casey
he
Neistat.
said, We invented, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't.
was.
It was a live stream. It was a podcast. They shot
Sorry.
at
right.
VidCon. They shot at VidCon.
Yes, they did. But it was live from what I could tell. There were no jump cuts,
Oh,
which is his secret.
yes, live.
So
live.
DeFranco with no jump cuts is an interesting thing to watch. And he was talking about how they created Today in Awesome so that they could insert advertisers and plug other channels and do some cool things without people feeling like their content was right next to his opinion of the news.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a big thing YouTube's struggling with, is how do we have real, raw content that can be disturbing next to, hey, also you should buy these diapers for your kid, you know, or you should buy this soup.
Mm-hmm.
And so he created a segment called Today in Awesome where he talks about some stuff he likes, talks about some stuff he's legitimately plugging, and then can throw an advertiser in the middle and have it be bubbly and soft and not jarring. So I thought it was pretty clever.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he does. I heard that same conversation. It made sense because I'm like, to a certain degree, you could see that while you're watching it. Part of your brain goes like, I appreciate you not trying to trick me into into your advertising. This does not feel as corporate as it could. Jax Films does a pretty good job of that too. He'll be doing like his Audible bits. You know who Jax Films is?
No.
He'll like, this is brought to you by Audible, and Audible stands for, and he does these acronyms that are absolutely ridiculous, or stuff like that. Or he'll just, he fits it into the show. Speaking of people who are too fat and overweight, listen to Books on Tape. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fun. It's obviously it's a sponsor spot, but he slides it in there in a entertaining way. So, yep. Speaking of sponsors. That's right.
This half hour
I'll
brought
hit
to you
them.
by Gold.
No, it's like today's show is furnished by Loot Crate. Always is where this came from. It's where everything behind me came from except the shelves themselves. That's right.
Those are IKEA.
Yeah, I know. No, Target. I got this from Target.
Oh, shit.
All right. This one? You can't tell because there's a million lights shining on it, but it lights up. Yeah, you literally can't see that in the camera. It lights up when you push it. I just got this one last time. It's one of my faves. All right. Anything else in the docket? On the docket?
Just put that one link in the description. And
It's not loot crate like come and get my loot crate. No, it's not. It's not full of loots. It's a crate full of loots. It's loot, like
well,
So,
you'd think it would be
Blues.
since you're a musician.
it was originally pirate themed, and it was gonna be like booty crate, but they didn't want that. Unpack your crate of booty. No, they said loot instead. One more.
Booty crate.
What did I just say? Family friendly.
Speaking of loots, I went and rewatched that play that we were all in, the Shakespeare play.
Yeah.
I went and rewatched that, yeah.
The
And still my absolute favorite part is when he says, through the loot my pate made way. So broke a loot over his
Yes.
face, and he's like
Yes.
describing the experience.
Yeah. I made that. I had to make. We're gonna end with
You
this
made
story.
that?
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to end with this story. I made 2 lutes. They're supposed to be little guitars that you play or whatever, and we had to have 2 of them because he goes off stage. He goes off stage playing it, and then he comes back on, and the girl has broken it over his head. So we had to have one that could go around his neck, broken, and a separate one that he could play. We had to make lutes. I made it out of a throwaway turkey cooker. Those are like turkey pans.
Disposable turkey pan.
Yeah, disposable turkey pan. A Nerf bat as the guitar neck, and then I just put cardboard over the top of it, and I had to put a Nerf football in the top of the turkey thing, and then shove the bat through the football so it would hold it in place, so you could hold it by the end there. And then I painted it up all nice, and I made 2 of them, one of which had a big old bust a hole in the middle. And then he'd run off stage, we'd take off his hat and slide the thing over his neck and put it back on, and he'd come back out. Oh, she hit me with the loot. I was very proud of that. Made out of, I went to Walmart in the kids' toy section and the cooking section, just like hodgepodge together. Flawless.
It was pretty epic.
Yeah, it was
Looked good.
my inner George Lucas using popsicle sticks and duct tape to make an epic. All right, anybody got a word of the day? Oh,
On it
wait,
right now.
no. Where'd he go?
Auspit.
What?
No.
What was the word? So I got F.
Auspicious.
Auspicious?
Yes.
Ostentatious. Yes.
Google that?
No, he's bringing something up. That's
What?
why we have his screen share still on.
How do you
Yeah, okay.
what?
What?
Auspicious.
Auspicious.
Yes.
Is that like suspicious, but the opposite? Is that the opposite of suspicious?
Almost. Yeah, almost.
Because they both are suspiciouses.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Are you ninja wording it?
Yes.
Good.
sir.
There's nobody here
Please
to,
do, because I'm
to
not
throw
sure.
down.
Are you able to find the word I'm thinking?
I found auspicious.
Because you know I'm no help for spelling.
Effervescent.
It might be AU,
Ooh.
but that's just a guess.
Giving off bubbles. That's so funny.
What? Show me. I can't
Uh,
read it. It's too small.
Oh, sorry. I keep knocking this thing down into tiny, and you can't see it.
Oh no.
It says, "Oh no." Oh,
It's okay. You can still see it.
Did you crash it?
yeah. Auspicious. Of good omen, indicating future success. Conductive.
Oh.
Conducive.
Conductive.
It
Consumer.
says conducive.
It says conductive. Does it not? It says conducive. Conducive to success. No, it's not. It's conductive to success. You connect 2 wires with conductive success. It's auspicious.
Effervescent? Okay, auspicious. Okay.
Of a liquid giving off bubbles. So Alfalfa on Little Rascals was effervescent. Remember
He was.
when he was singing? The kid put soap in his drink and he drank the whole thing. Like, this is what water tastes
Oh,
like.
yeah.
You know. And then he's singing. Bubbles are flying everywhere.
That was almost good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, movies back then. Well, movies today. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna send us out with
3 cheers for an hour and 15-minute phone call.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Way better than 2-minute and 42-second segments.
Yes.
All right.
With improvement.
All right. So you know what? We had a new viewer in the chat today, and I really appreciate it. As I said, we're gonna be doing this every Thursday until right, Matt. Am I right, Matt, or left, Matt? He's right, Matt. Until right, Matt
You're
comes
right,
back
Matt.
from the eclipse. We're gonna be doing this every. I'm left, Matt.
You're. Since when?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's left, Matt. I'm thinking this way. All right, I sit over here.
I
Oh,
know he's
right.
left, Matt,
So-
because
He
I was
left?
like,
He's left Matt because he freaking left. So yeah, we're gonna be here again next Thursday, doing the bright side, because I just can't handle, avoid the not avoid. What did I say? How did I say it on Facebook? Resist the dark side. Come join us on the bright side. We'll see you guys same time next Thursday. Thanks so much to Ben for hanging out with us, making it
Yeah,
fun. It was
fun.
good. It was good. Hey, thanks for
I enjoyed interrupting.
thanks for using your phone and finally getting it to not drop every 2 minutes. So,
Yeah.
all right, thanks for watching, guys. We will
All right.
see you next week. Oh no.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
There was